Arsenal Fan TV America, welcome back. A new episode here and a new season. Premier League 2024-2025 is about to start here in less than half an hour. Yes, Manchester United will take on Fulham, and hopefully Emil Smith Rowe will hold the Red Devils. So hopefully they lose their first game. By the way, Manchester United hold the record for the most wins when it comes to first game of the Premier League. I think they won about 21 or so. So hey, listen, it's a new season. Everyone is at zero. But let me just share this with you. Let's go to Manchester City first. You know, that's the team that, again, 82% they're saying they're going to win the league. Again, because there's just no competition. That's what everyone is saying. I think Manchester City has a problem this year. It's more of that psychological aspect of the case that they're going through. A lot of charges, and the FA might, deduct them a lot of points, or who knows. Something can happen that affects the club in a very negative way. And these things that, linger around, or these things in the background, they always also affect the game indirectly. Now, with that said, you could tell me, well, this happened last year and they still won the league. However, I think last year they won the league because we didn't. They were the only team there, It's up to us. It's up to Arsenal this year if we want to win it or not. As simple as that. Because we can. We have the squad. We have the players. And hopefully that we can all get on the same page and win the Premier League. Because I think this year it's a must for Arsenal. If you ask me, I would definitely say it's a must for Arsenal to win the Premier League. It's time for us. Again, we've got the team. So that was Manchester City. They have the problems with, how many counts of violations that the FA is charging them with. Now let's go to Manchester United. Yes, they had, I think, the best signings this season for Matthias de Ligt and Mazraoui. Both they signed him from Bayern Munich. These players came through the Ajax Academy and also played together for so many years. They both are really solid defensive players. So we'll see today if they both play against Fulham or they, will start against Emil Smith Rowe today at the first of the 24-25 season, Premier League season. So we'll see. Those two signings were great. However, they're still new for the team, with the team. We've got, the Casemiro thing. He might go to Saudi Arabia. They've got that problem in the midfield. He might stay. You don't know. Up front, Højlund is young. Rashford was about to leave the club, and actually Arsenal was one of the clubs he was talking to. So Manchester United still have a lot of problems. And Erik ten Hag, again, came out today and said, we're not ready. This is too soon, and I don't think that the team is ready. That's the coach himself saying that. Excuses before he even started the season. Hey, listen, he might be right. It's a new team. He's still working on it. You're giving Mikel Arteta this much of a chance, so you got to give Erik ten Hag this much of a chance, at least to be fair. So, again, Man United, we don't know. Big question mark. Now, let's go to Chelsea. Come on, really? They don't have any chance with the 45 players they have. I mean, yes, it's the biggest squad I've ever heard of. They're buying everyone left and right. Not only that, they're giving them 9 and 10 years contracts. I mean, some of these players are contracted till 2034. Come on now. Nobody, how do you know they're going to be that good, right? In 10 years, or 8 years, or 6 years, or even 5 years. Contracts, they 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, and the biggest were 7. Chelsea, 10 years for some of their players. They are far from it. They lost horribly in most, if not all, games here in the States. They played preseasons. They don't look good. They don't play together. The team does not have a leader. Again, lots of problems at Chelsea. Yeah, Liverpool. Yes, Arne Slot came in for Jurgen Klopp, which is a big stature to replace, right? But he's playing good football. Now, can he just come in and win the Premier League? I mean, come on. He's not playing against idiots. I mean, even the managers that are not that experienced at the Premier League still will their experience will play a part in beating Arne Slot's thinking. Because again, he's just brand new to the Premier League. So I'm not expecting him to just go and win the Premier League right away, right? So that's Liverpool. Tottenham, you really want to talk about them? There's nothing there. I don't think they have the players to compete. So that's, Liverpool out. Chelsea out. Manchester United out. City out. Who's left? You've got the players. You don't have these problems. You've got squad depth. You've got young players. You've got the whole nine. You've got the support. I mean, Arsenal should be the team that wins the Premier League this season. But before we start the Premier League, I want to talk to you about something important, which is the 5 new rules. Yes, there are 5 new rules when it comes to refereeing, and they are going to be focused on these rules so much because these rules were created based on what happened years prior. The rules were created because there's some problems there. So the first one says shorter stoppage times are expected. After goals, officials will only add time on to the end of matches if celebrations exceed 30 seconds. They don't need more excuses for a shorter stoppage times, but that's the rule now, and that's the first rule. That's the rule number 1. So we'll see. I don't know if they're just giving the referees more excuses to not give more time. We'll see. But I seen, like, for example, we watched the Olympics and we've watched all the wasted time gets added at the end, and some of them were 10 and 15 minutes. And that's what we want to see. We want to see 90 minutes of football. So I'm not sure what's the intention here with that rule, but hopefully it works to our advantage, the fans' advantage, and we get to see more football somehow. Second one says semi-automated offsides. Semi-automated offsides that were used at the 2022 World Cup, or were introduced back then, if you remember. Last year, Premier League said, no, we're not introducing. This year, they said semi-automated offsides won't feature from the start of the season, but are expected to make an appearance after the international breaks in September. Why? Did they take the train and they didn't, take the plane? I mean, come on. This here is what really, I'm going to say, it pisses me off. Yeah, there's no other way to say it. Such a feature is so important. It's crucial. And Premier League, you are the most competitive, the most profitable, the richest, the best. You say that, right? Premier League is. Then why don't we introduce things at an early stage, not a later stage? They should be the ones putting those systems in place before anyone else. I'm not sure what's the holdup. Do you want more controversial decisions? Because you've had so many of them over the past couple of years. So I don't know why is this delayed, but again, I just wanted you to be aware. Next, after successful use at the Euro 2024, players who are not, if they confront the referees. Yes. So don't just keep running at the referees. Don't keep wasting time, because a lot of teams and a lot of players really do that, and it really takes away from the game. So I really like this specific rule. Get on with the game, right? Don't talk to the referee. So if you're not a captain, you approach the referee, I'll give you a card. Yeah? Let's move on to the next one. In heated confrontations, officials could be set to trial stopping matches. What's that mean? And sending teams to their penalty areas to cool down. What does that mean? Yes, if it's heated and if it's now too much and they're going at each other's, the ref can literally stop the game, send them back to their coaches and benches, let them cool down, and then restart the game. Hopefully we don't get to that, because that will be a lot of waste of time, and hopefully it's managed correctly. Next, referees will also no longer automatically give a yellow card for non-deliberate handballs. They used to get card happy when any handball happened, but the non-deliberate one shouldn't get. Some of them, yes, they will be considered a handball. If you're doing this and you just didn't look and the ball hits you, that's a non-deliberate handball. You're not going to the ball, but it's still a handball. So the ref will not automatically, or will no longer automatically, give you a yellow card for it. Of course, in the past, we've seen refs give it and refs don't. So I'm hoping that this will be a little bit more consistent this rule. So those are the new rules here for the Premier League new season. Again, Manchester United about to take on Fulham. Tomorrow morning, your beloved Arsenal will play Wolves at the Emirates. Let's talk about expected players or expected lineups here from Arsenal. For me personally, I know for a fact that David Raya will start in goal. In front of him, the center defenders, of course, as we all know, Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba, they will start, should start. They both were ready. Best partnership, maybe in Europe last year. Very consistent. So they will start in front of David Raya. I expect Benny White to come back and claim his right back position and play there. Now, I would love to see Calafiori start, Ricardo Calafiori, our new signing, but I don't think Mikel Arteta will do that. I think he'll start Zinchenko. I just have that gut feeling. Hopefully not. I would love to see Calafiori start for us tomorrow. Now, in the middle, I would think that he would start, of course, Martin Odegaard, Declan Rice, and I would myself, after seeing Partey play with them, I would definitely recommend or suggest that he starts tomorrow. We've seen preseason he was massive. It's a different Arsenal when Partey plays in the middle. So Thomas Partey in the middle, Martin Odegaard and Declan Rice, that's what I'm going with. And then up front, we'll see Bukayo Saka, of course, claiming back his right side wing and Martinelli on the left. Now through the middle, I think he'll start Kai Havertz. And you ask me who's going to score the first goal for Arsenal, I'm going to go with Havertz because I think he's hungry. He wants to do it. He looks fit. He looks sharp. He goes for everything. Players love him. Fans love him. So hopefully this is it for Kai Havertz. Hopefully he can bring the best this season out of him. Now, we'll see also Gabby Jesus come in the second half. Hopefully he has some sort of effect on the game. Hopefully he scores. We need him to score game in, game out. We need that number 9 prolific goal scorer up front. Come on, you Gunners. Tomorrow is the start. We'll see what happens. Come on, you Gunners, and we'll come back to you with another episode after tomorrow's game. Yes, we're starting 24-25 Premier League season. Let's go. First game right now. I'll see you tomorrow after the Arsenal football game. Take care. Bye now.